All right, moving on to number 39. We can see that the measure of angle 2 is equal to 3 times the measure of angle 1, and that angle 2 is a right angle. So I can go ahead and put in here that angle 2 is 90 degrees. And I can use this fact right here to basically say that since this is 90 degrees, substitute the 90 into that equation. So 90 is equal to 3 times the measure of angle 1. Now I want to solve for the measure of angle 1 because that's one of the things I'm looking for. So just divide both sides by 3, and I know that 30 is equal to the measure of angle 1, so 30 degrees. Now, since angle 1 is 30 degrees and 2 is 90, I'm going to use both of those to write an equation that will give me angle 3. Now, since line ES altogether are going to make 180 degrees, I'm going to say that 30 degrees plus 90 degrees plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180. Now let's simplify that. 30 degrees plus 90 degrees is 120 degrees plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180. And then subtracting 120 off both sides tells me that the measure of angle 3 is equal to 60 degrees. There's my two answers on that one. Now moving on to number 40. We're going to find the measure of angle VPS if the measure of angle 1 is 50 degrees. So we've got 50 degrees here. Measure of angle 3 is 65 degrees. And we're looking for VPS, which is the combination of angles 2 and 3. So we're looking for this entire angle here, which means first we've got to find the measure of angle 2. Well, we know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 all together equal 180 degrees. Now let's substitute in. Angle 1 is 50 degrees plus the measure of angle 2 plus angle 3 is 65 degrees, all equals 180. So the measure of angle 2 plus combining 50 and 65 is 115 degrees equals 180 degrees. Subtracting 115 off of both sides tells me that the measure of angle 2 is equal to 65 degrees. So if this is 65 degrees, I know that the measure of angle VPS is equal to the measure of angle 1 plus, not the measure of angle 1, the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3, which is 65 plus 65, which comes out to 130 degrees. All right, now down to 41. If ray PH bisects angle SPV, when it says it bisects, I know that these two angles are congruent. And the measure of angle 1 equals x degrees. Let's write that in. Measure of angle 2 is 2x plus 5 degrees. Find the value of x. Well, since angle 2 and angle 3 are congruent, I'm going to go ahead and copy in this angle measure into angle 3 here. And now I can see that all three angles together are going to give me 180. So x plus 2x plus 5 plus 2x plus 5 equals 180. Combining our like terms gives me 5x plus 10 equals 180. So 5x, subtract 10 off both sides, equals 170. And then dividing both sides by 5 is going to be x equals 175 by 5, 3, 4, is 34 degrees.